miracle that was performed. So that pillar of fire led them through that night, and of course then it came to pass in the morning, and that word morning is boka. So around sunrise, the Egyptians were now hard on their heels, following into that chasm of water. And it was around the dawn time, and because God timed it perfectly like that, because all the Israelites were now safely ashore on the Arabian side, and they could stand along that shoreline and look into this great chasm of water and see the Egyptians heading towards them. So that must have been quite some sight. And nothing's happening. Here they are, still coming towards them. You know, imagine the feeling in some of their hearts is that is God going to allow them to come through to us? But then what happened then suddenly? Well, God actually caused the wheels of the chariots to fall off. And, the Egyptians must have been stunned. All their wheels are falling off. And then they realised something really phenomenal is happening here. And they began to feel terror, and they wanted to flee back where they came from, but of course it was too late. And it came to pass, verse 24, that in the morning watch the Lord looked into the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drove them heavily. So the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fights for them against the Egyptians." And the Lord said unto Moses, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots and upon their horsemen." So imagine Moses just stretching out his hand, not his rod, but his hand over the sea. And in verse 27, as he stretched his hand over the sea returned to its strength when the morning, that is again boka, sunrise, appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the